What if I want this to be aired?
That's fine. We are now recording. Right. Hi to the 5 of you who've come. Just people that we've seen before. I mean, at least if this keeps up, you're all going to make top 7. I've just been messaged. What? Kevin's just messaged me.
He's already won. He can't even.
No, I know.
Why does it matter what he has to say?
No, yeah, no. Okay, I'm following him. No, he can't see the chat. He thinks he's been booted.
Oh, it's called Skype's being stupid.
Yeah, I'm just telling him that. He thought he'd been evicted.
Double eviction. Double eviction.
Is that reverse HOH?
Yes. You can win HOH if you want to, but you are immediately evicted afterwards. Right.
That's a twist.
Yes, yeah. But no, anyway, thanks for turning up. At least if this keeps up, you'll all be making final 7 or 8 really easily. Except for Julian, who'll still somehow find a way of getting the boot.
You know what, bitch? BRB, I'm coming over there.
That would be a very long journey.
And a long BRB as well.
2 days later, I'm here.
I am fucking on my way, bitch.
Right. So, second HOH competition. If anyone does happen to turn up, then they can kind of join in, I guess. They just won't have a full thing. X, do you fancy keeping notes of things so that I don't have to again if I shout at you what you need? Perfect. Thank you very much. Right. So this competition is going to be a little bit skill, a little bit strategy, but a little bit luck. It's kind of a bit of a mixed bag. You'll probably be used to the proper Big Brother challenges where usually they have to find a way of collecting letters and spelling the longest word at the end of it. We're doing a take on that, also slightly stealing but adapting something from one of the other orgs. I think it was 1984 and not Trinity, but I could be wrong. Basically, what I'm going to do, and this is actually made a fair bit easier for you all by the fact there's so few of you. There's a lot of background noise from someone. Okay, there we go. Basically, what's going to happen is I will give you a very generic category. You will need to send, in fact, yeah, you can send them to me or X potentially. Actually, no, send them to me in the little chat bit on this, just so that they're all coming to the same place. But make sure to do it privately. Basically, you will need to give any words or answer that is valid for the generic thing I give you. Whereas with when the other org did it, they were looking for answers that didn't match anyone else's. What you are looking for is an answer that does not start with the same letter as anybody else's answer.
Okay, question.
Yeah.
If we have the same thing, that counts? Like if we
yes.
put like, okay.
Yeah. So if I say colors and two people give me blue, nada. If one gives me blue and one gives me black, still nada.
Okay. So
Um,
it's like categories, but not the same letter.
yeah. If your letter is unique, then that letter is basically added to the number of letters you have to play with. And after 9 different categories, you will have a maximum of 12 letters, and you will have 1 minute to send me the longest letter you can. So you kind of need to try and think about what other people won't play, but also what you can make a word with. X, I will tell you what letters sort of people are qualified with. If you can basically make a note of everybody's selection of letters, and then after we've done all the question bits, if you can send each person their thing. That okay? Cool. Right. I'll give you about 10-15 seconds for each of these to give you a brief minute to think about it.
Okay, so if we take the same letter, that's just letters out. Like we'll have one less letter to work with at the end.
Yes, exactly. What I will say is that to get you to a set of 12, and just to make sure that nobody somehow ends up with no letters whatsoever, I'm going to start you all with a T, an E, and an A, so that you can all spell the T. So yeah, those you can add those to your letters as default. But once there are going to be nine different categories, so with those 3 letters, you can have a maximum of 12. Jimmy looks confused. You are confused.
No,
No, I
that's
am
just
confused.
that's
I am
just that's
confused.
just
I thought I had everything understood until you started handing out letters. What?
I'm
It's just so-
starting everybody with 3 letters. You're all starting with the same 3 letters, just to give you a platform to work off.
we're all getting T, E, and A, Jimmy.
In addition to what?
In
what the
addition to
9
whatever
rounds.
you gather yourself.
Okay, so let's say we do colors. I say blue and you say green. I get B and you get G, and then you add that to your T, T, E, A.
You add it
Do I
to
have
your
to go
word
and
book.
run and find? Am I running around finding items?
No,
No.
you're not. It's categories. It's
You don't have to
categories.
run around at all.
Do
Do you remember
You're-
categories, Jimmy? Do you remember categories? You did
Why?
participate in this competition.
Why are you running around?
Dude, I thought we were spelling out items. I thought we were running around getting things. that we
No,
need to spell.
different
No,
competition.
not that
Different
one.
competition,
Not
Jimmy.
that one.
Okay.
Do you need a new explanation?
Okay, so it's just easy. Okay.
Yes,
So-
perfectly. Yes, perfectly simple.
Well, it's easy not getting shit, but it's interesting.
PM here, please, Julian. So yeah, if anyone's not used that chat bit yet, you've got a chat button at the bottom, and then when it opens up, set it to only send a message to me and not to everybody. Yes.
So if somebody has a repeating letter as you just don't use that letter toward your final word bank to make your final word.
If you mean repeated as in somebody else has it, then you don't get that letter. You are allowed to, if you decide you want to spell a word that has 3 R's in, you can make 3 different answers that have the letter R
Yeah.
at the start. That's fine.
Well, no, I'm saying like if it's colors and somebody says black and blue, both of those people just won't get a letter for that round.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. So, everybody happy to start? I'm hearing no objections, so we'll go with it. And so, yeah, about 10 or 15 seconds for each one. And as we've discussed it enough, I'll start you all with a colour. Still waiting for Dylan, please.
Here. He looks frozen.
Dylan, are you alive? Oh, okay, there we go. Right, fine. So, and despite there only being 5 of you, 2 of you managed to match. So nothing for Julian or Dylan because you both said purple. Tim said sky blue, so that's X if you're like making notes of this. That's an S for Tim. Ethan said lime, so that's an L for Ethan, and Jimmy said O, so that's an O for Jimmy.
What did he say? Orange?
Yeah.
Just wondering.
Some sort of acknowledgement that X is listening would be helpful. X.
X.
X, are you
X,
here?
I'm bringing out the sign. I'm bringing out the sign, X. Here. Just
I can't.
put-
I can make my own notes. It's just going to take longer.
Had the L, I think. And then Jimmy had the L.
Hmm.
Like that. Right?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
works.
I don't know if I'm going to do that again, but make it easy. I had a word of mine and I already forgot it.
Oh dear.
Was the next category announced?
No,
No,
He's-
I'm literally.
Oh,
Oh.
X. Hey, did you get track of it? Oh. X, did you get it?
No, can you send it to me?
I
So
put it in the chat.
Tim gets an S, Ethan gets an L, and Jimmy gets an O to go with the T that all of them got to begin with. I don't know whether you were actually able to hear that bit.
Yeah, I heard it. Can you repeat it one more time?
Yeah.
It's in the
Tim
chat.
gets an S, Ethan gets an L, Jimmy gets an O.
Julian, do you have the 10-hour version?
Damn right I do.
All right. Stop. We're doing round 2. Okay.
Yes, right. Come on. So, your second one is a country that's name ends with a vowel.
Oh, I was about to type my thing, and that would have been bad. Everyone would have got it. I don't think anyone's gonna get this, but
Let's all send the same one as Tim.
I don't think you're gonna send the same country. But I just hope you don't go for the same letter. There's no way you're gonna get the same country as me.
Just waiting on Ethan and Dylan. Oh, Dylan. Why did Dylan stop freezing? Makes me think you're up to something.
Dylan's just having,
Jesus, Skipper.
I'm gonna time you out in a second, Dylan. 5,
And
4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Dylan's not giving me anything. He just doesn't get a letter.
oh, he unfroze. He unfroze right now.
I just couldn't think. My mind gone completely blank.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
Okay, that's fair.
Right.
You couldn't think of USA?
Yeah. One of these is not a valid answer. I mean, well, I will accept a dispute on it, but I'm not happy with it immediately. Ethan, you've put New Guinea. It's Papua New Guinea.
Papua New Guinea. Yep.
Yeah. Which means the other three all get letters. Julian gets a B for Bosnia.
He did not say Bosnia and Herzegovina. No.
Yeah, neither did I, so it's fine.
I'm bringing back your boy Bosnia. It's going to be the running joke of this season.
Okay. Tim gets an N for Namibia. And Jimmy gets an M for Mexico.
I fucking hosted a season in Namibia.
I was thinking someone would put Nauru. I didn't think anyone else would put Namibia, though. Nauru was the only one I was like,
Nicaragua.
Namibia is one of my highest rated seasons.
well, I got an N for it, so thanks.
Right. Let's get on with the next one. This time, I'd like you to send an item of clothing.
You'll need to give me a sec. I'm doing something right now.
It takes 5 seconds.
Yes, I'm aware of that fact.
I gotta go with it, and if it doesn't get in, then it doesn't get in. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? At least I'll take someone out with me. Yeah,
I've got
okay.
I've got answers from everyone. So Dylan went for underpants and Tim went for underwear. So you get nothing. And
I took you out with me.
Julian and Jimmy both went for scarf.
Yes, Nikita.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
Nikita.
Yes, Nikita.
So
That's double points, right? We get the same word.
So Ethan is the only person to add a letter, and he gets a C for corset. Okay, thanks, Ax. Right. Everyone happy to move on? You're not doing anything else still, Julian? Or maybe he
So-
is. You ready to carry on?
Are you talking to
Yeah.
me? Oh, Julian.
Yes.
Looks
Wait,
like-
so wait, did anyone get anything from that round or no?
Yes, Ethan.
Only Ethan.
What did
And
he
just-
get?
C for corset. I'm just double checking that you're happy to carry on, Julian.
Yeah, give me the fucking word. I mean, category, man.
Oh, whoa.
Look, being
know.
unnecessarily aggressive is my trick.
Yeah,
All right.
that's very unnecessary, Julian.
Do I need to bring back the Jeopardy song?
Waiting for
Right.
you.
Right.
I said I'm ready.
Your next one. A sport which uses a ball.
Like any sport. Like it doesn't have to be like Olympics, right?
No, any sport. As long as it uses a ball.
Jesus, take the wheel.
You guys should put Olympic sports because mine isn't. So.
I didn't hear the category. What's the category?
Leave me alone.
A sport that uses a ball, Jimmy.
A sport that uses a board?
A ball.
Ball.
Round.
Here, I'll translate. I'll translate for the British. Ball, not ball. Ball.
A sport
Like-
that uses a ball.
A ball. A ball.
No, not a bowl.
A ball.
See, I'm okay with this because I love accents.
I also love accents, so it's okay.
Right. Two of you again managed to match. Well, not match exact answers, but match letters. So nothing for Ethan or Julian. Julian went for C for croquet, and Ethan went for C for cricket.
God damn it, Ethan.
I'm sorry.
Tim gets a D from dodgeball. Dylan gets an R from rugby, and Jimmy gets a P from ping pong.
I'm surprised no one went for any of the obvious ones.
It didn't give me the letter I wanted.
And we have the thumbs up from X. Marvelous. Right. Let's head straight on with another one. I would like, and this is surnames, please. A US president.
Surname is last name, right?
Yes.
Well, I gotta go for this, but
Obvious.
let's see.
Just waiting. Oh, there we go. Cool. I'm really impressed with how often you're killing each other, given that there's only 5 of you. So Julian and Dylan both went for Trump. Jimmy went for Roosevelt, but Tim went for Reagan.
Forgot about Roosevelt. I was like, I don't think there's any other president that starts with the R. And then...
And so that means that Ethan's the only one, and he gets another C because he went for Coolidge.
Why did you go first? Okay. Go get those C's.
Okay. So to balance out the American question for the last one, I would like any English city.
Okay, so how many rounds are left, including this one?
Including this one, 4.
It's a city in the UK.
Yeah.
I'll take a UK one if you end up giving me something Scottish, I guess.
Oh, okay. You're fine with Scottish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did my wait, my thing. Wait a second. Okay. I typed it and then I. Okay.
Who am I? Someone's missing. Who is it? Julian. Still need one from you, Julian.
Oh.
Julian's too busy moving.
Done.
I really thought for a second that you were going to get through a whole round without killing each other, but both Jimmy and Julian have gone for Liverpool.
Julian is not winning this competition, I feel like.
Or Jimmy.
So Dylan gets an S from Southampton. Ethan gets an E from Edinburgh. And Tim gets a D from Dundee. Okay. So 3 left. This time it's first name. Any house guest from Big Brother 21.
Come on. Can I look up the cast?
If you can do it quickly.
Okay. I honestly don't remember. Not saying I didn't watch the season, but
I didn't.
I don't want. Okay, we'll go with. I don't care. I don't care.
Waiting for Dylan.
Okay, I've got one. Just send it now. Just deal with it.
Don't you live the closest to him? default.
I can sort of hear him typing. I'm just.
Done.
There we go. Hey, you've all given me a different one.
Woot.
Right. So Julian went for Kemi, so he gets a K. Jimmy went for Isabella, so he gets an I. Tim went for Sam, so he gets an S. Ethan went for Annalise, so he gets an A. And Dylan went for Jackson, so he gets a J.
Some weird letters.
That's a long ass phone.
I'm just enjoying the weird faces that X keeps appearing with. Right. So this one's a pretty broad one. So like you should be able to come up with something, I would hope. It's a surname again. Any Oscar-winning actor or actress.
I don't watch movies. Hold on.
We'll look it up.
There's lots of them. Just guess a really good one and you'll probably be right.
This is not helping.
There's already at least one I am going to have to check.
I don't my one. I just said random what I had in my head.
Whatever. I know he won, and these are not giving me the letters I want, but
I don't know if my one won, so that's why I'm not too sure.
I know mine won, but I don't know if I'm going to use it in my final thing.
I'm just excuse me. Right. I'm just gonna double check some of these. Most of them I know, but I do want to make sure that I don't give or not give anyone a letter they should have.
Brad Pitt has not won an Oscar.
Neither is Will Smith, apparently.
I'm sure someone named Smith did. Oscar-winning Smith. Let's look it up. Oscar-winning Smith. Yeah, there you go. Maggie Smith won. There you go.
I mean, I sent mine in.
I couldn't. Like, I have a letter in
Did
mind.
he specify the category? Did it have to be a category?
I'm pretty sure my one is wrong. I'm pretty sure he didn't win, but it was the first name that came to my head.
Was it Christian Bale?
No, sorry. Just did something that nearly made my.
Are you watching porn?
Right, fine. I've double checked all of these. So Ethan gets an R because he said Tim Robbins. Dylan, you don't get an E because Zac Efron has never won one.
Has he been nominated?
Not to the best of my. Julian, you don't get your D because Robert Downey Jr. has only ever been nominated, from what I can see. Tim,
You should have said De Niro.
Tim, you do get a B for Marlon Brando. And Jimmy, you sent me Nina Hartston, and I thought I recognized that name, but I can't think why. I did say actors or actresses, and you gave me someone. Who,
No.
you gave me someone who won one for sound editing.
Dude, I just said Oscar winners and just ran with that.
I literally only thought of Brando. Whatever. So how many rounds left? This is the last one.
Yeah, there is one left. And so to give you the perfect one potentially to get the last letter you might need, I will take any girl's name.
Swear to God, if one of you takes it from me, I'm gonna cut you with a rusty spoon. I'm looking at my letters, and it needs this one letter. It needs it. It needs it.
Just waiting for Jimmy. Okay. Right.
No.
So
No.
guess which two people managed to take each other out again?
Julian and Jimmy. Julian and
Yep.
Dylan.
No, Julian and Jimmy. Julian went for Stacy and Jimmy went for Samantha. Tim is fine with R for Rachel. Ethan is fine with E for Emily. And Dylan is fine with A for Alice. So
Damn, I should have gone with my original answer of Tyler.
Tyler's a girl.
I used to have a manager named Tyler, and she was very.
he checked himself. Right. Oh, perfect. Right.
How long do we have?
So, X has just sent me the letters that all of you have.
Are you double checking?
I will send each of you your letters. I will start with the person who has the least number of letters to play with, and then I will time for exactly 1 minute from when I send the last person their letter set. So I am sending one person theirs now, and you should all see yours coming through shortly.
I should make sure my letters are correct before assuming. So we don't know how many amount of letters everyone else has. So Julian and Jimmy are probably lower than me.
Well, I ain't winning this.
Why? Because you only have 5 letters?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got... I only knocked out one of my things, I'm pretty sure. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm taking my letters apart and dismantling them, putting them together in different ways.
Must have got...
I've got
Oh,
one
no, I got
person's left to come in, and they've got about 20 seconds.
Let me make sure that I'm... I wrote mine down, but I'm making sure that I was right. Okay, I'm right. Okay.
Okay, so I will go in order of when people sent their answer through to me. So we start off with Jimmy. Jimmy sent me opiate, which is correctly spelt and 6 letters long.
6 out of 7. Hey.
Pretty good.
Julian sent me beat, which is correctly spelt and 4 letters long.
Yay!
I did it. I spelled a word.
You know what? You got 5th out of 11 people or 10 people.
I almost slightly wish that, just for the sake of it, Julian had just sent T.
Yeah.
Or even A
It's
to
starting with
spell
T.
out something shorter than the letters he'd been given in the first place. Right. Dylan spelt out tears, which is a correctly spelt 5-letter word. Ethan spelt accelerate, which is a correctly
Damn.
spelt 10-letter word.
You use those C's.
And you may be able to tell from Tim's face, but Tim sent bedstands, which is only a 9-letter word.
Oh my god.
So, Ethan, congratulations. You are the new head of household.
Yay. It's my camera, but my hair is really messed up. I just got out of the shower, so.
I'm gonna have a record amount of second places after this.
Ethan doesn't always show up.
Combine
When he
this.
shows up, he wins.
So, I will run the next bit the same way I did last time, which means that tomorrow we will either do Ethan's nominees live, or Ethan, if you can't make it tomorrow, you can send me a video in advance with your nominees. We will do the veto draw if required, because there's enough people to merit it. And then we will play the veto immediately afterwards, and it'll be up to the person who wins the veto whether we either do the veto ceremony there and then, or we do it the day after. But anyway, that is going to be all for this evening. Hope you all enjoyed the chaos, and I'll see you when I see you next.
Alrighty.